Welcome to the draw stream, spontaneous draw stream. Yeah. We appreciate the AI generated lo-fi provided by Restream. I'm working on this piece here for Michael Ferraro. Now, I was just finishing up her line work, and I was trying to think to myself, you know, what can I put in the background here? So. She should have. I can't have one set of toes with thicker lines than the other. I gotta thin out the lines on those toes. But with thinner lines, they'll look a little more delicate. If I'm gonna cheat and use a tablet, I ought to use the power of the tablet to achieve, you know, the best result. Toenails. I gotta color these in later. Should they be black, the toenails? I have a viewer. Wonderful. I'm drawing something for somebody else at the moment. Turn that music down, or what's lounge? Restream gives me a few options for AI music. So now we're in a lounge. Now those lines are too thin. Thanks there, creative voice. Hell yeah. The feet bring the people in. The feet get the people going. Okay? Can't be helped. It's human nature. That's all the more reason to get these feet correct, you know? Get rid of the dimples here and there. Nah. Alright. Those will really come alive in the coloring phase, I feel like. But as for the background, I'm thinking, where's she going to keep her stuff? We need to put things that are callbacks to gnarly comics. She can't have the gnarly boy system around. Should I give her a pipe? If I gave her a pipe, it would be like one of those little ones. She's at the beach, right? So she'd be using something discreet. One of those things that morphs into a flashlight. It's like a keychain. Have like a little jar full of weed with her, maybe. That's one idea. I was thinking she'd have a tote bag. And I'm also thinking, okay, if he trims it up, right? He's going to trim it up from the sides. So I don't want to put anything too important outside of like... what, here? Like these lines? Yeah, man. It's it works pretty well for me. I'm a ballpoint pen kind of guy in real life, if I'm being 100% honest with you. So Procreate, you know, I just chose a pressure brush that I liked, and I, you know, it's I'm not a complex guy. Procreate allows, you know, me to do that. I don't want to learn anything else. You can't make me. People keep bringing up Clip Studio Paint. I don't know about all that. But anywho, so if we're clipping here, I could put something interesting in like this space. And if she's at a pool, my thing is the orientation of the chair, because if she's at a pool, she would be pointed at the pool, right? She wouldn't be parallel to the pool. Yeah, see, and that's why I'm using the syrup, right? And I modified it a little bit to the syrup 2. And that's like my custom pen. I created fine syrup, but honestly, I realized that no one would even be able to see the fine syrup outside of like if you're making those giant images. You know what I mean? So yeah. But I made like a bunch of Zipatone brushes too. Once I learned how to like make my own brushes, I started messing around with it. But then ultimately, my scribbles are what my art should look like, you know? So I end up using this stuff sparingly. That's right. The only rule at the ool is no pee. When I first saw that poster as a child, I laughed I lost it. Man, I wish I could recapture the moments like that, you know? Hearing like notifications, I don't even know where they're coming from. But now I think it's the music that's adding little like whoop. Stupid AI. Anywho. I guess if I gave her a tote bag and put it, let me get back to my inking stuff. If I put a tote bag like right here, maybe. And have like her bottles and stuff over here. Maybe have people running or walking behind her on like we'll see. I feel like I'm on the cusp of an idea. If I draw the pool house back there, or if I put some like vending machines. The vending machine idea came up last night on Goth Night, and people seemed to like that idea. And then I could have somebody maybe even like bending over back here to get something out of the vending machine. Or pushing the buttons. How far back should I put the vending machine? Console over here to the right. And if I put a friend over here, it would probably get cropped out, right? If I drew someone like watching her. You know what? I'll just put the pool here anyway, knowing that it'll probably get cropped out. Nah, if I put a pool there, I'd have to draw someone getting out of the pool because I can't waste a cool pool shot. What should I put right here? Now is the question. Who is going to be over here picking out something out of the vending machine? Yes. Yes, it is. He says it's going to be an oversized bookmark. And so it's going to be like a bigger rectangle. I'd love to draw a puppy there or something like that. Maybe that's where I should put her bag. Pool toy. Stuff. Work on the important stuff up here. That butt's not big enough. It's not high up enough. It's too high up, I should say. Because if this leg is going to come down like this, this one is going to be lower. And that means her hip needs to be more like that. And maybe even coming backwards a little bit. And that would be a cuter pose, I think, than what I had initially planned out, which is good. So now, lower back's gonna go like that. Get those shoulder blades in there. And I'm about to land this if I could just get her fingers to look right. Oh no, I didn't land it. I fucked up her shoulder. Oh. Sometimes I do think about drawing like I'm racing a car, you know? I'm like, I gotta hit this curve. If I could hit this curve right, just right. Be a cross back. Or how should that go? Or it should just tie off at the neck, right? Because it's a bathing suit. Hopefully we can get some nice side boob from a distance, right? That'll look good. Curves always seem like the most difficult part to nail, but doesn't it feel good when you nail them? Have you ever seen Initial D Creative Voice? I wish I could show clips of it. It's a show about drift racing in Japan, and this young boy named Takumi, who, you know, he doesn't know anything about drift racing. He knows about delivering tofu for his family business up this mountain. This mountain's got a ton of switchbacks, right? And he doesn't understand racing's just in his blood. His dad gave him a schedule to keep, and so he's got to freaking race up this mountain every day to make this schedule, to make his beat every day to get this tofu up the mountain. And so he develops the drifting skills, because nobody's on this mountain at like 4 a.m. And he's just hitting those curves, baby. And then the local racing team, local drift racing team comes to town, and they're scoping out the mountain. And he comes down, he's like racing early morning, and Takumi comes around and passes him, nailing an incredible drift. And then he gets pulled in. He's become known now as the ghost of Mount oh Jesus Christ, what was the name of that mountain? Well, I just told you some more good things about it. The soundtrack's honestly the best part. Because that stuff makes you want to drive fast, dude. It just does. I can't listen to it when I drive. And then there's the Beat Saber. Beat Saber gas mission, which is like super difficult. Not to brag, but I got like 99% on it. It's a little more upper body than I usually expect to see in back shots of fridge girls. Still nice. A little more upper body. I should make her thigh a little thicker. Now that I'm looking back at that, her thigh is a little long on the right side. Isn't it? Let me finish the lines real quick that I'm drawing. What's up, Gray Cloud? Are you in the Goth Knight green room, Gray Cloud? God, hi, Cloud. You know what? I'm going to redo that thigh. Hold on a second. I have to. I have to channel all my knowledge to channel everything. I gotta think of Bella Danger. I feel like if I could just draw Bella Danger's legs here at the perfect angle. All right. Oh. I'm going to see how that sits with me. I still think the thigh's a little long. Oh, it's at the wrong angle. I just realized, okay, because if her toes are at the back of her heel, right, then her leg, the forward angle of her leg wouldn't be like that. So I'm stretching her out in weird ways here. Hold on a second. And I will fix you. Will fix you. Did I fix it? Maybe. Maybe, maybe no. Maybe make it worse. Maybe should never have attempted to fix. I'm gonna let it sit there. I'm gonna not come back to this for a minute. See how I feel about it later. Thank you, Creative Voice. You see it. Gray Cloud says, sorry I missed golf night last night. I went down early. You did, Gray Cloud, and you needed it. You know, your body needed it. And I had to forgive myself the other day because I missed freaking the power lunch on Saturday. 9 o'clock or so came around, and I said, I'm going to take a 30-minute nap, drink some coffee, hit this power lunch. It's going to be great. And then I woke up 3 hours later, and, you know, my body just needed it. You know, and you're where you're meant to be. You know, you can't oh man, I missed it last night. Should I play an intro? The creator of Van Piglet, Dr. Ben, everybody. Come on, put you on. There you is.
Oh shit, black and white. Joining the color revolution.
Dr. Ben, welcome.
Fantastic. Is that better? I was listening. You know, I always try to improve from whatever I did last. I was listening to the show last night, and it sounded like every time I was talking, that I was like just whispering, unless I was like on the microphone and like yelling, or at least that's what it felt like. Anytime it felt like I was yelling, it was like. It just sounded like I was like being like a normal sounding person, and then the rest of it sounded like I was just.
You were just a crazy person.
Like the silent, like the silent person who's over mumbling, talking.
Oh right.
Like that's why I always worry that's what's coming across is just. What does he say? Did he say something about a body? What?
Saying something? Bodies?
I don't know what that guy is. He's mumbling about something. Where's? He got something in his hand, like that's always my first concern. But
when I first started streaming, I had audio issues all the freaking time, and I realized at one point that it was just my wire was loose. My wire was barely connected to my computer right over here.
That's what I mean. There's like you go through and it's like you try to figure out, and it'll always just be something stupid, like when you put in like extra, you have like if you have a microphone and then you have like a webcam, then there's two microphones because the webcam has a microphone on it too. So it's like if you don't pay attention, it'll go over to that microphone, and you'll never, if you don't look at it, you'll be like, why does it sound like I'm in the other room? I'm right on top of the microphone. It's like you're just selected the wrong one in the selection process or something. Like there's just.
Let me ask you, like, does this sound different than this? Is this different than this?
Yeah. Like more. When you're real close to it, it's more like richer, like more bassy. If that makes sense. Yeah. Like it doesn't sound bad when you're further away, but it doesn't have as much just depth to it.
Right.
So. And that's what I'm saying. I think that's just like the nature of like microphones. You have to to get like the right sound. You have to be. You got to be like just eating the thing basically.
You got to be an apple away. Put a fist in front of your mouth, and that's how close it like ought to be for optimal sound, right?
Exactly.
But I can't be doing that. So
if you're drawing, what are you gonna do? Like the whole time you have it like in front of your face?
I try to have it like right next to the tablet so that I'm not too far off.
Right. I was trying, like I've got like ear pods, up to the iPad or whatever. But then if I go on a stream, they all say that those sound like like somehow particularly different than just like the regular. Because whatever this microphone, it's like an actual. It's like it's a microphone, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I bought it. It's got the thing that it plugs into, and it's got the big 3-prong plug that goes into the back of it. And like I know all of them. There's specific names for all the input output jacks and
Yeah.
stuff. Like I haven't remembered them up until this point. You know, like
Yeah, I got a Refurb Blue Yeti. That was the first thing I got, and it kind of worked or whatever. But then eventually it just was giving me problems, and I had bought this Chinese, it was on eBay. It was like, it had it might be the one you have, honestly, or something. But anyway, that thing didn't work at all, like, because I didn't have the hookups for it. I wish I had a soundboard. I wish I had like sound effects again.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at with this thing that I've got. What is it? It's a FI Fine. It's the I don't know what they call it, like an audio board. It's like the microphone plugs into it, and I think you can plug in another input if it's like a regular like audio jack size, and then it has two. You can listen to it through like headphones and like another set of headphones, and there's like little buttons. Like there's something. I don't know if that makes a noise. I don't know what these things do. There's some.
They're probably programmable.
Yeah, that might be. Well, that's what I'm saying. I was looking at the book for it, and like it's like reading Greek. Like I'm just like, okay, well, I'm looking at these words, but what do they mean? What do these really mean? Button. It's labeled number 7, but what if it's, you know what I mean? Like I look at them and I'm just, it's hard to decipher these things. And then I'm like, I should be drawing. That's the whole,
Right.
Why try to figure out how to write a different language? Like I'm not trying to learn Greek. I'm not trying to learn Chinese or Japanese. I just want to figure out how to draw better.
Yeah.
That's all. That's it.
That's where I'm at, where it's like, okay, my YouTube and stuff is going to get better after I'm done with the first issue of my comic book. You know what I mean? Because then I'll be promoting more often and yada yada. People will love and adore me for producing one of the greatest works of fiction they'd ever experienced in their lives. And I'll be able to create a tidal wave of, support for people and positivity. We'll return to the land. Comicscape.
Rats will lead you to safety. When a ship's going down, the rats know which way to go. Get off the boat.
Follow the Rat King.
Exactly. It all works out. I mean, like it's. Oh, that's what I was going to ask too. Okay, so what if we leave Friday for the Fans Fest, right? And then
I want to leave early in case we see something cool.
With what I'm saying is like that Sunday, I was trying to figure out like should we stay like that Sunday night or leave that Sunday night?
I'd rather, stay that Sunday night and then leave because I want to take my time traveling. Okay, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be pressed.
Well, that would give you a chance too. Like if that's what I'm saying. Like it would put us there like on Monday. So like if you do end up doing the food truck thing or something, that gives you like a day to play with there where you can run around to title offices or Lord knows what you do. You know what I mean? But like, it puts us so it's like it's not like you're forced to or not, but it gives you options. So I think that.
But are you on any kind of like time frame?
No, I
know you're a doctor. I don't know how long you can be away from the hospital.
Usually it's on an on-call sort of situation or like a consultancy, so I can do all that digitally.
Okay.
No, I'm just like a leaf in the wind, just blowing along and trying to show people comics about vampire pig ladies. Talking rabbits. Okay. All right. I find like I can't write if I'm like talking. You know what I mean? But like I can sketch things out and like.
That's where the AI lo-fi music really comes in play. You know? Let's see. This is lounge. Let's see what minimal house is like. Come on, minimal house.
It's very minimal. I like it.
Extremely minimal. Do I need to turn you up? All right, let's try future pop. Ooh, all right.
Future.
The future pop is going to help me figure out what to fill this space with. Down here next to her. Should it just be someone getting out of the pool?
Yeah, like someone like you just see like the top of their head, like an in-ground pool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's obviously an in-ground pool.
Or just see like the back of them, like if they're like, you know what I'm saying? Like someone that's like, if they're facing, if, you know what I'm saying? If they're in the pool, they wouldn't be facing towards you most likely. They'd probably be like facing towards.
Yeah, they would have their elbows on the side, but I was thinking like put somebody, put like the stairs over here, like this is the corner of the pool. Put like the guardrails. Nah, that's a dumb idea.
And one of the things with drugs called bubble gum.
Say that again. I just had to turn down the future pop.
Everyone is addicted to the future drug called bubble gum. It's irreverent. That's why I like the chat. Like sometimes if you're watching a panel, you'll like notice someone is just like they're just using the chat for like whatever they're saying.
Oh, are they giving me ideas?
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. That's what the chat's there for. It's like the chat is like a constant, like
Could be a small table with
critic.
a sunscreen dispenser.
We're also like kind of like a sounding board. You know what I mean? Because like the chat's not going to be like if you show them something stupid, and they're like, "Hey, what about this?"
Yeah.
They're not going to be like, "Yeah, that's great." You know what I mean? Like if something's stupid, chat's gonna say, they're gonna tell you. They're not, or if they are, you know what I'm saying? Like if you have someone like similar to your political situation, who's like a plant, right? Which I'm sure people do that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're doing your product launch, you're gonna have people in there like, look, you gotta come and like fucking hype up in the
Have hype men.
You got look, this is what we're doing. We're gonna got some of these comics. I need you in there hyping shit up, like. The chat, you know, sometimes like the chat can recognize like those people too. Not that they're bad, you know what I mean? Like hype people are cool too. But like if that's the depth of it, the chat will also notice that, I think.
Oh yeah. My the best thing I got going for me is that my idea is cool.
Right.
And so I can be very naturally excited about it, you know. I feel like I can get other people excited about it. Like, how'd you like to get stabbed with a sword? How'd you like to get stabbed with a sword? Everybody's gonna get stabbed with a sword.
All my life I grew up seeing swords.
And you
never
will be
got
reborn with purpose.
I always wondered, what would it be like if I were stabbed with a sword? Well, now, rather than literally risking your life and limb, vicariously experience sword stabbing, revenant steel, with a grip in your hand, without leaving.
I'd like for it to be like a Fight Club style experience for some people. You know?
Like start like sword fighting, like dueling clubs or something. Like,
dude, how cool would that be? I mean, those already exist, yes, but if those took off in popularity all of a sudden, because it's like, dude, started reading this comic book, Revenant Steel, and I'd really like to sword fight. And then you'd get stronger people sword fighting, because, like, no offense, but I see the LARPers, and
Right.
you know, I mean, come on, man.
They're not.
I could take them. You put me in a sizable if you put a linebacker, you know, if we lived in an age where the actual physical specimens were armored up like tanks to go mow down the populace, the peasants, you know what I mean?
Like if instead of like the football teams facing each other, it was like each week they're like going to a different town. Just see how much stuff they could just come out with. Like, okay, the Bears are going to Cleveland. Let's see how much they can rack up. And they're just going through, just breaking shit, just running through windows, stealing stuff, flipping over cars. You got a team of linebackers come up your car. They can flip it over.
Hell yeah, dude.
I mean,
I'd be helpless.
I like that. It could be that would make football like really, you know what I mean? Like, instead of just being a game, you know, it's like a real fight for survival.
Yeah. I mean, that's essentially what it is. Like, you know, Vikings rolling up on your village, because at some point in the story of Revenant Steel, you know, you're going to get the flashback to the childhood of the main character before he became a guard at this outpost and got murdered. And his family was, you know, they did fishing and stuff. His father was injured in battle and became a fisherman. And he was one of those, like, you know, I could have been great, except I was injured. You know what I mean? And he wasn't kind to his children. But then one day, you know, a group of marauders, which is really just six high tea dudes with swords, show up and wreck the place. I'm like, yeah, dude, that's basically like the football team. Wow, sunscreen table won out to my borderline erotic description of one of Michael's girls climbing out of the pool. Dude, I couldn't fit her climbing out. It would be too close. Who has their stuff that close to the pool? You know what I'm saying? Or like, am I putting it more in the distance? Because I was thinking, okay, the sunscreen, I don't want a dispenser. I'm brainstorming the table, thinking, okay, maybe put a drink on the table. Or something else, because I was going to put the bag with the sunscreen down on one side of her feet, and that way you can see like the labeling, and I can work in some gnarly stuff. I could work in a gnarly energy drink over here on the table.
Or where's the wrapper for her popsicle? Or like maybe a little plate.
Yeah, put that on there. You know, climbing out, dripping with water sluicing down her curves as she rises out of the pool, hair swishing streams of droplets. See, that's its own image. That's like if I wanted to do a Fathom cover, but do an homage Fathom cover with one of Gnarly's. What's the reverse of foreshortening? I think it's all foreshortening, dude.
Back lengthening, maybe.
Back lengthening, because it's if something is in front of the other thing, you're foreshortening. So you try to reverse it. Oops, I'm still foreshortening.
Right, because it would be like.
So are we 2D-ing?
Sort of instead of the foreground, it'd be the background. So it'd be back. Short. Expanding somehow, like
domain expansion. Give us enough room for this woman to climb out of the pool. Or if, okay, like let's say if it's back here, but then, okay, if she's climbing out of the pool back here, does that distract from the cheesecake right behind her? You know what I mean? Like if I drew somebody like right there. Because that's how small I feel like she would have to be. or if I got rid of the table, right? Right here. I'm going to duplicate this layer so I can save the table for a minute. Get rid of the table. If we bring her, how close could we bring a figure? Over here is the question.
Would it be better to say, if it were like an advertisement, would you say want a bigger turd, or would it be better to say want a bigger bowel movement? Like, I feel like saying bowel movement makes it like more kind of like scientific sounding. It gives it like
Yeah.
more of an authority sound, where turd just makes it sound like too street, you know?
Well, what do you want to evoke? You know, do you want to evoke a pleasurable experience like a bowel movement? Or do you want to evoke like a, oh my God, what did I eat experience like a turd?
Well, I mean, it could go either way. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a DIY, that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure what the exact terms are for it. It's like a DIY system where you install essentially a pipe that goes directly into like the intestines, or just directly into the digestive system. I'm not going to try to specify where. It goes in somewhere. Like, it's just a pipe, and you can put stuff in it. Kind of think of like adding like a garbage disposal to your gut. But it's just sticking out in front. It's not like sightly, you know. It looks like horrible. And they kind of, I saw they did sort of like a skit similar to this on like Tim and Eric one time, where like they had like something where like they'd go to dinner, and like they had like a tube that they'd put down into their stomach, or like they'd grind up all the food. It would go through this tube, and like there's like, you have to remove your teeth in order to like be able to fit the tube better. Like, so, you know, it's just kind of like this absurd, you know, like I said, like putting a garbage disposal, you know,
Yeah,
a big
so you
pipe.
want to have that smooth bowel movement.
Well, you're looking at your bowel movements, your BMs, and they're just not manly. You know, they don't look big. They're not impressive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I watch commercials and people are on there bragging about them. Look at mine. It's 3 pounds, 1.5 long. This thing's 6 inches around.
Take a look at my bowel movement.
This thing couldn't even fit both my hands around it. It's so big. And, you know, you get into like the competitive BMs, you know?
What do you want out of your bowel movement? Chester Split Shitter is one of the national 9-time champion shitters.
Exactly. So that's, I mean, I think bowel movement keeps it where it's like.
So are we selling a supplement that makes people have better bowel movements?
No, it's a DIY kit. Though, I mean, a supplement would be. I like that idea too. Like the idea. That's what. Let's like start inking it here. See, it's like it's a pipe. It's gonna be going into his gut, and he's just this dude, and he's like, he's got his mouth open and saying, "Want a bigger bowel movement?" I gotta get movement in here though. So I'm saying, like, I had it written as want a bigger turd, but I think BM just makes it more. You know, and this is the other thing. Imagine you're out with your friends at the game, right? Nobody you don't want to miss. You don't want to miss part of the action, right? You're right there, and you've got essentially, with a couple of attachments, you could have a porta potty just sticking right out of your gut. There's a lot of different applications, a lot of different markets that are looking for this. Is the thing. So,
Okay. Is this a real thing, or are you putting this in Van Piglet?
Yeah, this is. Well, we've got the research. No, I'm just putting it in Van Piglet.
Oh, okay. For a second there, I'm like, did I zone out when he started telling me, like, I'm doing this thing in real life for work where we're trying to sell this supplement to help people get more manlier shits? You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I mean. Like, it's like you could kind of see, like, it's like
I'm giving a presentation here pretty soon, like tomorrow. I'm trying to.
Oh, what if I just put it as bigger and then BM, and like BM is just like that's what it is for just the advertising, because you want them to complete what's a BM. You want them to have they're the one making part of the advertisement.
Yeah. So that kind of works, right? If I cheat over the vending machine a little bit. But then, okay.
What are you saying? You're cheating with the vending machine? Like, I think it.
Because I was trying to make Reverend's idea work with the girl getting out of the pool. I was trying to block that in. And see where it ended up.
I think did you had like somebody standing beside the video game too, right?
I did in the underdrawing.
I think that helps. Like, they're playing it, and then there's somebody beside them. There's like.
Well, now I can go ahead and put that other person in too. Yeah. So now we got 4 figures in this pool scene. That works. I think that actually does work.
Yeah, because it's going to be like a bigger. It's not like a book, like a little tiny sliver bookmark. It's like a kind of almost like a mini print, or like almost like a postcard size, maybe.
And I'm still not doing as much as I was trying to do before with that other picture.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, would you think it's about maybe like a postcard or like a big post, maybe 2 postcards or something?
Something like that.
Yeah. Like, or like a big postcard, like not those, not like the little ones, but like the ones that are.
Well, that's a vending machine. I thought it was a fridge. I thought it was a pool. You said that, and then Dr. Ben said something about an arcade machine, and I'm like, why aren't they playing an arcade machine?
I thought you said it was an arcade machine.
I had it as a vending machine. Because I don't know, my personal favorite memories of going to the pool was getting candy out of the vending machine.
It's like that's just awoken from a lucid dream involving Alex Graham's armpits and belly button. You think I have a chance? I think you can't stop the heart. The heart wants what it wants. I mean, you can't force it. It's gotta. Let it. Let it go at its own. Let it go at its own pace. Let it go at its own rhythm. That's what it is.
I think that's the spot for her, coming up out of that pool. That way she's not too close, you know? But also that means I need to change the angle of the pool a little bit, too. Dude, that's what I'm saying. If arcades had more girls in bikinis playing games, they'd be packed. I should, oh my god, dude, start an arcade, but with a Hooters-esque theme, where you only hire hot chicks that wear, you know, skimpy outfits, and their job is to play games and get people to come in. You know? How many high school girls would get paid minimum wage for that? A row of gnarly arcade machines in line with the vending machine, backs of some heads with their signature hairstyles. Yeah, that would be good. See, this is all coming together. All these ideas. I'm going to go take a quick pee break. When I come back, we'll be transforming that vending machine into an arcade machine. And pulling up some spiders and seeing who I want to be in this.
You're gonna be a spider as well?
Well, he sent me the 8 white spiders character sheet. So this girl here is a white spider. She's gonna have the purple skin. And then, so I still have my lineup layer, right? So which one of these girls is gonna be at the vending machine, I guess, is my question. I'll be right back.
Find it's best to get rid of my letters before I start getting into drawing. If I start trying to do letters after I've been drawing stuff, it's like I just immediately start misspelling things. Like it's those two parts of my brain they don't work together. So you gotta plan ahead. I should set up the things so I can get some those speed time-lapse videos.
Gentlemen, what is up, Acadian Comics? Welcome.
Acadian Comics is here. Filling up.
That's just a strip club with Frogger.
All right.
Gotta reconnect.
Well, you could, that'd be an easy way to kind of skirt around like all the different stuff for creating an actual restaurant, right? Is to create a little area for video games, right? It's where they can go and they can play, the arcade cabinets, or you have like an Xbox there, or Wii or whatever, and then you got the food truck parked right outside.
Right.
Oh
Own
yeah,
both locations.
yeah. You can bring in food from the truck that's outside. That's cool, dude. Yeah, man.
I gotta untwist my headphones real quick.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing you would have to think with a food truck is that's going to be like all you're doing for the next, at least 2 years or whatever, until it's gonna be, if that's what you, if you know what I mean, like you want to run a business and you want to do all the stuff, then it's something to do. But if you're like, you know what, I don't want to have to mess around with freaking broken flat tops, getting propane. I mean, maybe, some people like to deal with the propane salesman, some people don't, but it'll be a couple of years before you can get to the point where you can like put other people in charge of doing the stuff that you don't want to do. Because that's the other thing. If you don't want to do it, like, you can't put someone who's not good at it themselves just because you don't want to do it. That's just like a recipe for disaster. Like, who wants to do dishes, right? Are you going to hire dishwashers that are actively have open warrants, or are you going to have open warrants as a disqualifying feature for the dishwasher position? And these are positions that, questions that establish the whole vibe of a restaurant. Some people don't mind if the dishwashers have warrants. Yeah, every place is different.
Am I unmuted now? Am I back?
Oh, hey, were you muted?
I was muted.
I thought you were just like ignoring it. I'm like, yeah, I guess.
No, I was trying to talk to you.
Doesn't like that one either. Fuck. All right, well, what? No, nothing. Nothing. Man.
No, that's a. I was saying I was going to get my kids to work for me and wash dishes and shit. 100%.
Exactly. You don't want, because despite some people might not think it's an important job to wash the dishes. If you're selling food, you cannot sell food on dirty dishes. People will
literally the job.
People will be very mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, they paid for their food and it comes out and there's glazed boogers on the side of the plate. They are not going to be like, oh, it's cool. I get it. You guys you're just new.
Yeah.
You just don't wash your dishes. That's cool. I get it. It's hard. I don't like to wash dishes either.
Nobody does this. No, honestly, if it's an arcade with a food truck, I could get away with disposables easily, I think. And then I would just have like 2 or 3 amazing sandwiches and some cool different ways to do French fries, you know what I mean? Because, dude, the fries are going to flow in that place. If you're like, dude, the best fries in town are at this arcade, and the dude hires hot chicks to just stand around and play arcade games all day.
Yeah, it does.
It's like a Japanese-style maid cafe, but in America.
Well, don't they have like manga cafes too? Are those different than a maid cafe?
Well, the maid cafes, there's different themes, right? Because there's maid cafes, there's like cat cafes, Right. So the girls act like they're a certain way, or, they're maids. They come and like interact with you and hang out with you or whatever, and you tip them.
Oh.
Not that I've done extensive research into these business models or anything like that.
Business, it just sounds like I'd have to see this for myself.
Yeah.
A maid cafe, all right. See, I heard about the cat cafes, and I thought the cat cafes was you go in there and they got cats everywhere.
Oh, that's right. There's cats.
here's some cats. Want to eat some food and get cat hair in it?
Mm-hmm.
This is the spot. Like,
Of course I do.
you want to put down your drink and then have a cat like just walk over it and brushing stray kitty litter into it. This is the spot. This is where you can get that. You can't get that at your apartment. You don't allow pets. Here we got them. You got the cats. All your cat needs all here. Like it's just, you know. And I heard about the manga cafes where you can go in and read manga, or also I heard about they call it like computer gaming cafes or something, where they just rent like a little room, and it just it's got Wi-Fi and just like a little. I like it. Like all of them, like it's almost. It sounds like Blade Runner, basically. Some sort of like.
Well, I got to check my clavicle placement here. With
a gentle cyberpunk dystopia.
Wet t-shirt contest on Fridays. Hell yeah.
Girls have to be 20 to work at the hostess clubs.
15 to work at the maid cafes. Wow.
That's
hidden knowledge. Only the most austere, well-rounded gentleman would know that sort of thing.
Well, up at Cedar Point, they got 14-year-olds working up there, well, and older, But that's the youngest. They start them working up at Cedar Point, 14.
14. Get them in there. They train them how to do more than just run the coasters. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I was thinking about this. This is actually kind of a dark story, actually. Now that I think about it, but well, I guess a lot of my stories are dark, really. But,
yeah.
I was the manager at where was it? The hot dog on a stick, the fried cheese on a stick, and there was like two other little things. And there was like another hamburger place and Philly cheese, and there was a dessert place that was next door that did cotton candy and caramel apples, all the shit. And it was up by the space spiral. Look, you've been to Cedar Point, right?
Once.
Okay, so up in the front, towards the front of the park, there's like a spiral Space Needle thing, right?
Yeah.
Rides over there. That's over where I was at with this. I was a manager, and it was the start of the season, and it wasn't like fully staffed, so there was supposed to be like another manager, but he was never there because he was still in high school. I was like, what? Okay, well,
yeah.
God, all right. And
I love going out for a job and it's a management position. I'm a grown adult. And then you find, and they're you prepare for the interview and they're, oh man, I better answer these questions right.
Wow.
And then your coworker, your peer, is a kid out of high school.
Yeah.
Who just doesn't give a shit. Who's in high school.
Exactly. He could only work the weekends because he had school. What?
Yeah.
This is the other manager? Okay, well, whatever. So, it's kind of short-staffed. And I remember the girl, there was two people running the candy thing next door. And I'd have to go over and give them change or whatever, unlock the safe, or send them on their breaks. Everyone had to have, break times and everything. So there's this girl, I'll call her Kelly. That's just to protect her poor identity at this point.
Yeah, of course.
She was definitely a minor. I want to say she was 16. And she was a goth too. And this was back when I was like a super goth, but before the murder. And the other guy the other guy that was there was a colored fellow. And I actually don't mind doxing him. His name was Willis Ellis. And apparently he raped her while he was over there.
Jesus Christ.
And she complained. This was thankfully, this happened on my day off when I wasn't there. Right?
Yeah.
and she called me. You know, I'm at my little apartment because they provide you apartments at Cedar Point, and she called me at my apartment, like crying and telling me all about this, and I'm like, that this is not okay. Well, you did
Cops, call the cops now.
Did you tell the manager? And she's like, I told the manager, and he said he didn't believe me. He just said go back. I'm just like, what the fuck?
He said he didn't believe me?
He did whatever it was. He didn't do whatever, you know what I mean? Like, he just...
No shit.
And that's why she was, like, calling me, crying. And I'm just like, oh shit. And I assume something must have happened. I don't know. I don't remember her coming back to... I don't know. Like, now, that's what I'm saying. Like, now that I think about it, because this was, like... Damn. 90, 98, 99?
Yeah.
So...
Jeez, man.
A while ago, you know. But I can't... Now that I think about it, I don't think, like... Did the cops talk to me or something? I can't even remember if the cops came or not or what. Because I know the cops came at like for other things when I was at like Cedar Point. You know, it was just, you know, it's an amusement park. There's cops. They're coming around.
Yeah.
Huh. But yeah, you know, I remember like it was just such a. I mean, she was definitely upset with being assaulted and everything.
Hell yeah.
Like, I guess that was not
definitely upset. She seemed a little upset about the whole thing.
And the manager or supervisor not really acknowledging that she had just been assaulted.
Right. He didn't even take accountability like Hunter Biden for it, you know?
He did not. Look at anytime you see this Hunter Biden stuff come up, you look at the comments and it's just like, oh shit. They are really going to try and run this motherfucker, right? It might not be 28, right? Might be, or what if that's like an October surprise kind of thing at 28? Who knows? But you know what I'm saying? If it's not 28, they're definitely going to keep him around. He's now like he's part of the team. Like,
or is that just him trying to project something? Is that just him trying to get something going for himself? You know, because there might not actually be any momentum behind him getting anything at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he's the one who is setting up these interviews.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of it is, I mean, there's definitely like manipulations and psyops and stuff, but like to a point, they're just as clueless as everyone else. They're just throwing stuff at the wall to see what works.
Yeah.
Do they like Hunter Biden? Would they accept Hunter Biden as the actual president? Let's see.
Any Democrat that gets any press thrown at them is like a feeler. You know, they're feeling it out.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, you know,
they're like, we need somebody other than Kamala, please. For the love of God.
How aware of Hunter Biden, or how aware is Hunter Biden of like? You know what I'm saying? Is he a full participant? Is he just like, he just doesn't understand why he always gets out of trouble? Like,
no, he knows, but he's talking from behind a pardon. You know, he can say whatever he wants.
Right. If he really was just dumb, it's like, man, I don't know, dude. I always get away with it, dude. Like, I'm the fucking luckiest guy around. Man, they don't even know my president. My dad's the president, dude.
Jeez.
He's so pissed. Like, he was so mad when he found out about the crack charges, but I told him, man, I didn't do it, dude. That was like some shit. I think Trump planted that shit on me, dude. Like,
yeah, dude. It was Trump. Never mind those verified text messages between me and my sister-in-law with her threatening me to stay away from her child. You know.
One of these internet.
Aren't I enough for you? It's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Open up your little cubby hole at the internet cafe, and there he is. You've been saying some mean things about me, man. We need someone like you on our team, though. What? The Let's Go Brandon stuff, we orchestrated all of that. That was me. You think that just was an accident? Hell no. It's all It's all reverse psychology. You know, this is what I'm saying. Like, I think he's the last real cowboy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your dad is the president. You go over there. There's pictures of you. There's literally white powder under your nose in the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
You leave, and they find a misplaced bag of cocaine. Everyone knows whose it was. But you're just, wasn't mine, dude. She wasn't me. Wasn't my bag. It's not my bag. Like that's a fucking baller move, because it's not like they didn't accidentally find that.
Yeah.
That they accidentally found that, and then it leaked out to the news that they found it. This, you know what I'm saying? That's a baller move. Like, I'm just gonna leave a bag right here.
Dude, he's a baller, undeniably. I mean,
he's on camera chopping it up. Yeah, what are you guys gonna do? I'm the president. You know, he's just
just being high as shit at all times.
Oh, I just tell my dad, dude, you gotta do this. I'm gonna tell him fucking Putin did it, Dad. Okay, all right, son.
My son Hunter's the smartest guy I know. He's a goddamn genius.
He is. That's what I mean. Like, the more I was.
The Jewish guy that raped him early on in my career, you know, he was a Mensa. And he told me. He said, that boy is a genius.
Yeah, this was one of the pages, the outline pages I was working on when I first started Van Piglet in 24. And it's just me and my buddy pointing at a paraglider that appeared in the background. And it had been in summer 2023. We've been talking in the back about comics and news. And it had been just after the lost bag of cocaine. And we were like speculating that Hunter was actually the president. Like, this is all like we're speculating, like, kind of like as a joke, but you know what I mean? Like wait a second. Now they haven't put many kind of like official put, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like feelers. Let's put him out and see what his reaction is with like the right wing community. What kind of play can we get with people that are questioning, right? Like,
right.
That are soft on it. Let's see what kind of
like
play.
What my brother was doing, where it's like, let's put him in a room with people who, you know, maybe they think differently than him. Let's put him up, you know. So they put Hunter with Fuentes. See, like, how does he handle this alt-right bigot? You know, can he put this kid in his place? No. No play. Well, and even, I don't know, with Fuentes, like, I've only ever seen like the clips of him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I've ever. He's not on YouTube, right? Like, his actual show isn't. He's banned on YouTube. I've seen you know, he says pretty obvious stuff. You know, pretty tame. Do you know who Andrew Torba is? I know the name. I can't think of which one he is. He runs Gab.com. So he came out pretty. I became aware of him after the Donald Trump subreddit was banned on Reddit, and he was heavily advertising himself over there, like, free speech. You want free speech? Like, get over here to Gab. We don't censor anything. And of course, there's plenty of Nazis over there, you know. But he's on X. I had to mute him because it's just too much anti-Semitism, dude. But if you want a taste of the real stuff, you know, go follow him. See what your timeline looks like. Well, I mean, I assume I probably either have him or a bunch of, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, my Twitter is just, I follow people just to see like just to see what they post. You know what I mean? I'm not like, okay, I want to
follow only people that I like. You know what I mean? Like I try to follow whatever I can to figure out if there's like a news cycle or something that I'm really interested in. I'll just follow a whole bunch of people that are all somehow related to it, just to try and understand. You know what I mean? Like just to understand it, or if like it's there's a lot of the I guess what they call it anti-Semitism is what they call it, and I find it fascinating. Like I'm not pro-Semitism or anti-Semit. You know what I mean? Like
Well, there's some truth to the stuff. There's some,
right.
There's a lot of exaggeration. Like, if you, like I said with Torba, if you follow him, you'll see a lot of like, dude, blood libel was real. Why do you think they were kicked out of society 1,000 times? They were expelled from every civilization they were ever part of. Well, you think that's a coincidence?
Oh yeah, well that's what I mean. It's like I find that because I definitely see a ton of that stuff, but I see it on like Facebook too.
Oh yeah,
that's what I find fascinating, is that it's like it's so prevalent and open, and like it's not either side. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, it's the war in the Middle East, dude. The Middle Eastern wars have done more damage to like the Jewish propaganda machine than like anything else.
That's insane. You know what I mean? Like it's just like growing up, you know what I mean? Like Nazis were always either just like the butt of a joke or like not something that's serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you find out like, oh man, yeah, my uncle knows some guys, they're all white supremacists, man, they're all up in Michigan. Like, okay.
Yeah, like you're not taking it seriously.
Right. Like,
but nowadays it's like, okay, you got a whole bunch of a whole generation that was browbeaten over this World War II and what happened with the Holocaust, to the point where they think it's edgy and fun to just say like, 6 million, really? Can we talk about the math on this 6 million?
That's what I mean. Like that is just decide whatever. It's all real. It's all fake. It's lies. It's all Nazi propaganda. It's whatever it is. I don't even care at this point. It's just like seeing it all.
It's like crazy, man.
That's what I mean. It's just like seeing it all happen either again or whatever it is just the wildest thing, and like mixed with all the like a lot of criticism for the state of Israel is right now as well. I've noticed.
Yeah.
And like there's
and I'm down with all that.
Well, I think it's like a prime creator for all the like the contradictions and like the cognitive dissonance or whatever, because you have a liberal or snowflake or SJW, whatever you want to call them, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're always complaining Trump and the MAGA movement, they're fascists, they're Nazis. That's what they are. They're Nazis. We gotta always punch Nazis. That's why we gotta stop Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump is like the largest and like main supporter of Israel at this moment, right? Like a lot of the international community is all having their this and that anger about what Spain just had some sort of ban on, who knows, right? You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. Like all these other little countries are doing this and that, whatever. And the only people that are really propping them up is Trump and the Lindsey Grahams, that whole crowd. And
may he rest in peace. I'm so glad his sister has taken up his seat.
Continue the fight.
Isn't that great? Isn't that not at all what we fought a war for independence over?
Well, in a time like this, where the other side could be the literal Nazis.
The other side, guys. We have to do this, because if we don't, the other side will do worse.
I mean, like I'm okay with that, but
it is what it is, man. We're all along for the ride.
Exactly. Like the people on the other side literally are somehow worse. right? Like it's like they have all the stuff that the Republicans do, but they're
Mhm.
like we're also going to inject your children with hormone drugs that will change their gen. Currently it's gonna it'll sterilize them, and then when they come of age, we have another injection. We have two that they can then choose which gender they want once they're of a appropriate age. Till then,
Well, they'll only be able to have children too if we approve it. They'll pass something where it's like, dude, you're not allowed to have kids unless we say so.
well, there have to be a license. They have to make sure they're up to date on their vaccinations. We can't have another
Right.
outbreak or.
And then you're like, what about all the pregnant Mexicans flooding in? And they're like, well, we need them because we don't want the population to collapse.
That's
you know,
control group right there. That's the placebo group.
And these guys, they're going to do things you don't want to do. You know?
I mean, like I can't like be for or against any of it. I'm just, I love just seeing like every day there's just something new. Like, what is it? What is it today?
Yeah.
What is it today?
It is the 27th. This is starting to look nice, right? I'm starting to like it.
Oh yeah. See, I figured start off with something that's just like goofy. I mean, all my stuff's kind of goofy, but like the ad, like that's where I want more goofy energy, you know? What if, your goldfish Flippy dies? And, he's apparently been dead for a little while. It's stinking. Grandma's in the bathroom. She's not coming out. You got to get rid of Flippy. He's floating belly up. Throw him right in the pipe. You don't have to eat him. Just put him in the pipe. Just, little stick.
And you're smoking a fish?
No, the pipe is going. I gotta illustrate it better.
Oh, into your gut.
Yeah.
So you're digesting Flippy.
Yeah, you just putting extra.
Oh, I hear I see it now. I'm connecting the dots.
Yeah, you're putting extra stuff in there for your BMs, building them up. Like skipping the middleman of chewing and digestion, and just adding in, just bulking up the BMs. That's what I mean. It's like I think it's more for like competitive ball movements, but there's a lot of different applications, emergency situations. If you're traveling in a snowstorm and trapped in the car, got nowhere to go, you got this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is more for the people riding with you. I mean, if you're, what I'm saying, like you're still gonna have like the same capacity inside. That probably have to be like a different thing that we build up, like expansion, like no, I'm not sure about the expansion set, but you know what I mean. Like it's for the other people with you. It's not like you're gonna be able to put extra stuff in there, or you're not gonna be able to like. Oh, wait a minute. What if you have like a tube or something? You're going in, like a funnel that then somehow went around, came back up into here. You've never.
Sorry, back up.
What if they had took up some sort of funnel they were using for a toilet, right? And then you're putting the funnel back into your own pipe that's going into your own guts here. You know what I'm saying? Like you're making a infinity poop loop or something.
So you're redigesting it. You're reprocessing the poop.
Putting it back through again. Kind of like I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of different applications with this. I feel like once it's out there, people are going to come up with a lot of different. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's just going in like after, I don't understand how the digestive system works, but I think there's one part of the digestive system that gets all the stuff out of the food, right?
Yeah, it's the small. So the intestinal.
And then whatever's left over, the waste is like after that point. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like the part where it's just making the waste of like what it's getting rid of.
The small intestine, because the large intestine starts to like compress it and gets the nutrients out, right? Because it's been processed in the stomach. Like you chew it, it goes into the stomach acid, and then the stomach acid breaks it down some more. And then it goes into the colon, gets pushed into the colon. The large intestine starts squeezing it out, getting those nutrients. And then it goes into the lower intestine. It starts squeezing it out even more, getting those nutrients. And then it finally ends up at the butthole. Now, if you're trying to remanufacture the poop, do you take it
in, like where it's like it's making it, right?
Yeah.
It's just kind of going in like adding it in. Like I said, it's just trying to bulk it up. I mean, if it's pulling more, minerals or whatever out of it, that's fine.
Or if you're putting something in the tube and the tube is entering in the large intestine, so that way you're adding minerals to the poop as it's beginning its descent,
right,
into the intestine. So this would be funneling. This would be connected right at below that sphincter of the stomach.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. Like it's going in. Yeah. I mean, maybe I should pull up. PM standing for Brownie Maker 9000.
Hell yeah, you're making brownies, baby.
I mean, like I've been thinking about this for a while, and so it's just it's like I've gotta every time I make a comic, I'm like, I look at my notes, and I'm like, is it gonna be today? I look at them, and all these notes look at me. Add whatever you want to flush, Now you got your own personal garbage chute right to your butt. There's those bigger turds as promised.
Right?
Here they are. You want bigger turds? Here they are.
Does the salesman have a catchphrase? Like, do we have the ShamWow guy shilling this thing?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. It's what I mean. It's like every time I make comics, all these little notes, they sit there and they look at me and they're like, today it's gonna be this one, and I'm like, no.
It could be like clump. That's the sound you want to hear when your shit hits the toilet bowl.
What was the thing we were watching? Raw Dog?
What?
That thing we were watching last night, Raw Dog, the 8-hour erections or whatever. Your penis will shoot steam.
I don't know, man.
Bigger PM and get, definitely, it's got to have a catchphrase. It's got to have an answer. Want a bigger BM? Then try extra strength, or I just have to come up with a better name for the poop chute, the extra poop chute. I don't know.
Hola, Denis Rodriguez.
Dennis Rodriguez, established 1979.
Twice as nice, half the price.
What if you're trying to smuggle something on the slow? You don't want to chew up.
Or it's like, because does this thing come with a powder or something? Can we do it like those sun-dried rodents? Like, you need sun-dried rodents in your bowel movements. All of the nutrition that comes with sun-dried rodents, bushmeat,
None don't like the taste of sun-dried rats. And what we want those minerals, added nutrients. Have we got a solution?
Are you chewing your bush meat for too long? We have the answer. This pre-crushed bush meat.
See,
It's made from the finest sun-dried mice and other unidentified mammals found in the bush. What country is the bush in Africa? Where do the bush people come from? Is that a Kenyan thing?
I think it's just all the wherever it's, like wild. Like it's not.
Because
like
that's the news stories where you see, like, these Africans were stopped at customs with bushmeat. And they got these, like, half-fermented bats and shit in their, carry-on.
Bushmeat. Yeah, I think it's not like in one of them. Like it's not just Rwanda or just, the Congo or whatever. Like it's all of them have their own kind of like part of the bush. It's like the way we just say like the woods, forest, as they call it, the bush. I think they do that in Australia too, right? I mean, they have forests down there, but it's just I think it maybe has to do with like the rejecting like the language. Because like white people, our people don't say bush. What in the bush? I don't think so. Do we? But what I mean? Like a lot of them, it's like rejecting the culture or the language. So
yeah,
rather than calling it the woods or the forest or the state park or whatever. Hot in here too. Never. What's up, Green Clown? Get your fishnets here. I was thinking that when they do the Confiscate King shows, we should do our own they were doing like draw streams, right?
Right.
We should do it too to like kind of compete with them, but be like. But then they said they were stopping doing the King streams.
But now they're back again.
Now they're back.
Well, they're doing a one-off. They're doing like a, hey, let's bring it back for a week. I want to draw Avengers Endgame. I mean, are you saying you want to draw Avengers Endgame and be like, hey, look how we do it? Check out the way the Will draws Doctor Doom.
you can look at how Grandpa draws Dr. Joe, anytime. But let's see how they're drawing them now. I'll have to check out the Will Studios. It's called Grandpa.
Yeah, fucking grandpas.
I want to draw the Avengers too. Okay, Grandpa, you can draw the Avengers. I want to draw the Incredible Human Torch. My favorite character. I identify with Johnny Storm. A little rapscallion. Yeah, that like getting a booth babe though to dress up as being Piglet or whoever. I guess I don't really have other characters. I'd be like dress up like this one, and everyone likes Van Piglet, so it'd be silly to do someone else, obviously.
Right.
But I never see like anything like that at like other comic shows. You know what I mean? Like anytime I go to a show, it's like there'll be cosplayers walking around, but it's not like they're behind the tables, right? Like it's not like you have like someone who's like, okay, this is the cosplayer guy who's like on our team. He's out there dressed up as our dude or whatever. Or well, there is, now that I think about it, there is those Heroinberg people or whatever. They do that, right? It's like a whole bunch. Oh, maybe I should talk to them.
Yeah.
They're down in Pittsburgh and they have like 5 or 6 issues of Heroinberg, the comic book, and it's all about these girls, and they all have superpowers or whatever. And they have a bunch of girls that all go to conventions and dress up like all this stuff, right? I mean, they must be getting some kind of play with it, because I see them. They're always posting, and they always are like, she's at this one this weekend, and they got like probably about maybe a dozen different ladies all dressing up as the Frost Queen and the Jungle Girl and the Mystic. It's all the normal kind of superhero tropes or whatever. But they all seem happy. I mean, they're all wearing.
Those are the people you pulled up before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a decent idea. And like, I know they've been doing it for at least a few years. So that's what I mean. Like, it must be successful enough that they can continue doing it. I'm sure all the girls aren't just like volunteering to dress up in spandex or whatever.
They might. I don't know.
Well, they do like a.
Depends on how well he's running the cult. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like that's. Maybe, and I've never met him. I've gotten the comics from shops. I mean, maybe that's the thing, is he's just extremely charismatic.
Yeah. He's got these girls on a leash. He's got his name branded, his initials branded on him.
It's hard to say that you don't want that, If they're willing.
Who wouldn't?
Exactly. I want to get your initials branded off my butt.
Dude, if my wife was down for that, that's how I know she's not ride or die. She doesn't have that brand. She won't let me brand her.
Won't let you do the ass brand. Well, I mean,
I put it on that upper hip. You know what I'm saying? So I get to look at it every time.
I just have to keep working at her. Like show her other people that are happy with brands. Like, oh, look at this lady.
What if she ends up wanting those brands? You know? You want me to start introducing her to other cult leaders? Jesus Christ, Ben. That's the most cuck thing a cult leader could possibly do.
Those people have brands. Look at how happy. I want to go hang out with them.
Like his brand. Dude, do you see how happy those girls are with that guy? And he looks like kind of a nerd, so you know he's got a thick hog down there. Like, God damn it.
She's like, I should go
Lost her.
I understand. Oh man. I didn't even think about that. That maybe that's been half of my problem.
Mm-hmm.
Check this out, ladies.
You're just farming them out to other cult leaders.
See, it explains a lot of the mysteries I've had in my life. I've just been setting them up for other people. This whole time I thought I was just being a nice guy, but
nice guys finish last.
Damn it. I mean, the truth is, it's the worst thing is like you already knew the truth. It's like yeah.
Jim Carrey taught me that when I was like, what, 9 years old? When did The Mask come out?
That was it 96, 95 or 96?
Well, I was 12. I was 11 or 12 when Stanley Ipkiss illustrated to me painfully that nice guys do indeed finish last. Okay, Cameron Diaz ain't coming for you. Okay.
Sometimes it's like you block out the hard truths, you know?
Mm-hmm. I want to make the edge of this pool like curve. You know how pools have that curved lip.
Yeah.
Something's not firing in my brain right. I'll figure it out in a second.
Like the little top lip that's going over to the, or like that, is that like tile? That's right, like the water and there's tile, and then
that's what I'm thinking. Is what I'll do is, in this scene where it's closer to me, I'll put like a little design, right? And I'll put like a 4 foot or something like that symbol. And that way I can kind of have a better idea for the skewed perspective up on the other side. You like that lounge chair perspective there? This is going to be a bookmark for Michael Ferraro's comic. What is it, boy?
Timmy's in the well. What happened? Where's Timmy?
Where's Timmy, boy?
I don't know. Did you ever watch Flipper?
I'm familiar with Flipper. I'm gonna go see what my boy's trying to tell me though. Hold on a second.
All right. Folks, those of you that don't know about Flipper was a dolphin. A dolphin in a show. And the show was set. It was like kind of like Lassie. Or like, the show where like a kid has like an animal, helps them as a little protector or whatever. And Flipper, the animal that was the kid's helper, is a dolphin. And, it's not that weird. People that are fans of dolphins, I'm sure that was probably like pretty exciting. But I don't know. How many people are really that big into dolphins though? Like, how would you even like think up having a dolphin as a pet? Because they were just living down there in the ocean or whatever. I guess that's probably why they don't have the show anymore. It's like no one can relate to having a dolphin for a pet. They just have Flipper back into the sea. What can you do? I mean, dolphins. You say they're smart, but I mean, it's hard to tell. Dolphins don't have computers. Don't have clothes. They don't have any of the modern conveniences, and then you're always getting sucked up into tuna boats or whatever. Like, not to be callous about the dolphins that may have lost their lives in these tuna boats, but it doesn't seem like doesn't make me think like, man, they must be really smart if that's like a major threat to them. Like, again, not to be callous towards the dolphins, but it doesn't reinforce the idea that they're super smart. Get tore up by fishermen all the time.
Back.
Yeah, I tried to talk some shit on Flipper for a little bit, but
Flipper was a sea bigot towards sharks, so he got canceled. Dude, I remember Sequest. Remember that dolphin?
Was there a dolphin in Sequest too?
Dude, Sequest, that was the whole point of the show, was there was a talking dolphin.
Wait, the cartoon?
No, the show.
I don't think... Was that the one that was like, it was on the 90s or whatever?
Yeah, it was like this weird Stargate underwater thing, because they found like another dimension and stuff. There was like You know, they fought clones at one point that had like camo faces. It was weird. But anywho, there was a talking dolphin that was very useful.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think I remember seeing commercials for that, but I don't think I ever saw it. Like,
that was like regular programming for me as a kid. Watching Sequest and what else? There was a few other things.
I don't remember. Like, I remember seeing the commercials, but I don't remember like if like I never saw it or like what, you know what I mean? Like if I just never saw it when it was on or something.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know how like TV used to be like, if you didn't catch something when it was first on, like that was.
Yeah, you're not gonna watch it then.
Yeah, it's just over.
It was the age before TiVo.
You missed it? Ah, well, shit. Yeah.
You remember when TiVo was a thing? Kids don't even know about TiVo. There are kids that will never learn about TiVo.
TV watches what you watch, and then shows you more shows that you might like. Isn't that cool? Like,
yeah, TiVo, you can record your shows. Were you in jail during the TiVo era?
I'm trying to think, because like
the way you're talking, it sounds like you might have been.
I remember people talking about TiVo when I was at like the country club, and I was at the country club from like, must have been like 2000 or 2001 to 2003, and then 2003 is when I went down to New Orleans. And I remember people at the country club talking about TiVo, like,
yeah,
like. I think at that time we didn't watch TV a bunch or something, like.
It was before DVRs became a thing, even.
Yeah, we had like, that's what it was. We had a VCR, and like we didn't get like
DVR.
And we were like it's all propaganda. I'm not paying to watch propaganda. Fuck that.
Fuck that, man.
Just watched old horror movies on tape, and. And then that's what I'm saying. And then when I moved down to New Orleans, I was, watching TV, TiVo. I got French Quarter to run around in, like,
Right. Why bother with TiVo?
I need to go get arrested. That's TiVo. Get out of here. TV show. I need to go to jail. Come on. It's something worthwhile.
That big Buford last night is doing something horrible to me right now.
Sometimes those do it's just like a certain combination.
I can feel my system fighting against it.
I go in like spats of like what I like to eat. For a while. You know that, like, that fake crab meat? For a while, I was, like, all into that fake crab meat stuff. I was always making that stuff for, like, crab meat omelets and crab meat fajitas. And then it was like, then one day it was like, that was enough. I've never wanted it again.
Yeah, I was never a fan of that stuff. The stringy stuff?
Yeah. Well, it's not super stringy. It's like, it's like a tube of fake crab meat.
Yeah, it's like the pull and peel cheese, the string cheese of the meat.
Yeah, and some of it is like that. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like there's a certain otherness to it. It's not really crab meat, and it's not really pull apart cheese. Just an unholy combination.
I think I got 3 more sneezes.
You have a normal sounding sneeze. You got a normal sounding sneeze. Your sneeze is like normal sounding. Like, I'm not. Whenever I'm forced with those sneezes that you can't control, Mine are always like horrible.
Yeah.
Like just horribly unmanly. Like it's like people like they'll stop and look at you. Did you make that noise?
It's the people that do like the loud gear up are like,
That was you. How did you make that sound? I don't know.
why are you winding it up?
Right. Well, you remember like people like winding up like loogies and stuff, and like, doing that snort to get all the.
Oh yeah.
Like, ugh. Yeah. There has to be something to create the anticipation. It's gonna be a big sneeze. Look out! Look out!
Here it comes! Everybody, look out!
Oh yeah, that was you watched The Boys, right? Wasn't that
the first season?
That's what does in. There's like a little guy.
Yeah, that was in the beginning of the second season. I saw a little bit of that too.
Yeah.
They put him up his butthole.
No, it was the pee hole.
Oh, that's right, the pee hole.
It's in the pee hole. It's the little guy that sneezes. That's what it is. I was thinking it was the guy he was inside of. No, it's the little guy. He sneezes when he's in there, and that makes him suddenly turn back to normal size, which is, I realized with that, I was like, you know what, not that there's like something wrong with me, but just I have a different sense of humor, because I realized like I had like other people, I talked to like friends and stuff, they're like, whoa, that is fucked up, that I couldn't even watch, like they were like disturbed by it, and I'm just like laughing, like I can see it.
Fucking popped out.
Your dick's exploded inside. Oh my gosh! Like I'm laughing, and they're like, "It's disgusting. That's disturbing. I can't sleep. I keep seeing it over and over in my head.
Imagining his dick exploding. Wake up in cold sweat. Thinking about my own dick exploding from a tiny, sneezing man.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh, maybe. I mean, not that it's bad. Not, I mean, I'm not saying like I feel like bad. Like, man, my sense of humor is, it's too far gone. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that. I'm just like, oh, like my sense of humor.
Perfectly normal sense of humor, Dr. Ben.
Is not the same as other people's. I see. Now I understand it. Now. And it's like you can't fix, you know what I mean? Like you can't go back on that. You can't change it. You know what I mean? Like you can't like make yourself think something's funny that's not funny, or like, you know what I mean? Like you can't be. The same way, like, if someone's lying or something, you can like look at how they act or something, like, yep, see, they don't believe it or whatever,
Yeah.
And you can't. If you don't really think something's funny, you can't fool yourself. Like, it really is funny after all. I mean, you could do like fake laughter and stuff, but like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be making fake laughs? Is that what like leads to someone becoming a professional clown? Like, you know what? I can laugh and I can make other people laugh, even though I know these jokes are not funny. I don't. I've heard them so many times, I can't laugh really. But I can make people think I'm laughing.
I lost my smile.
Paint my smile on. I can't smile anymore. The only smile I have is...
I'm a clown who's lost his smile.
I was thinking about you know about the orphan trains, right? The orphan trains were running around back in the 1800s, early 1900s.
What are they just snatching kids up?
Oh, they were taking the kids out. They had a whole bunch of orphans in the big cities or whatever, supposedly. And they had all these, and so they were distributing the orphans on the trains.
Ah.
Taking them out to like all the different new towns that were building after the reset, and also on those.
Loose.
I was thinking about it. Also on those trains, that was how we're founding America, right? The railroad's going everywhere. The railroad stops is where they're making new towns. And what else is going on these railroads? But the circus. What's in the circus? Clowns. I don't know. Like there's something with the whole clown business. It's just weird. There's something about it that just doesn't line up. Something doesn't make sense.
You're thinking that those first clowns, former orphans.
Possibly. Well, they were. Yeah, no, they're definitely, because people would run away to join the circus. Like they're not. Orphans are definitely circus people, I'm thinking too, maybe that the circus and the railroad are somehow in cahoots. I mean, think about it. Like you got the circus, right, and you got to move all these animals around in the circus cars. How are like people that are running a circus? They're not rich people. You know what I'm saying? How are they getting all the money to not only get all these expensive exotic animals from all over, right? They're bringing in elephants back in the 1800s, 1900s. They're bringing elephants in from Africa, deepest Africa, darkest. And they got to get train cars, put all these things in to drive them around, a train to pull the cars, tents, all, what I'm saying? All this stuff, and like nobody's getting money. You know what I'm saying? The people in the circus that are putting on the circus, they're not getting rich off this, right? They're just below minimum wage, probably.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. There's just something about it. I'm like, there's something that I don't know. There's some sort of conspiracy. I feel like they're hiding something. How'd they get all this stuff?
Foot.
Yeah. How did they get all that stuff? They just got their own train cars and started. How'd they got elephants? How'd they get the elephants? I don't know. As I was reading the story of the elephant Mary, right? She was hung back in 1960, and she was one of these circus elephants. And they've got, like, you could still find like the old like advertisements for it. They had elephants playing baseball was one of their old routines they had, right?
Wow.
And something happened. She killed somebody or whatever. Something happened. She got upset. They poked her with the elephant stick and she freaked out. Grabbed him, smashed him on the ground, and then stomped on his head. Right? Killed him. And so
elephants do.
And this is back in, like 1916 or whatever. They're like, well, you know what? No, we'll just go on to the next town. Nobody's gonna know about no elephant stepping on them or killing somebody. They'll forget about it in a week. But like everywhere they were going, like the towns were like, nah, yeah, you can't play here with the elephant. You can't have the killer elephant coming into our town. we don't want the killer elephant here. Thank you, but we don't want our people's heads getting stepped on by elephants. That's not part of the town charter. So get rid of the elephant. You can come back. And so they said, okay, well, that we got to get rid of the elephant. But how do you get rid of an elephant, right? And so people had thought maybe if they chained it to two trains, they could like rip it in half. So that. Like that'd probably be too much. That'd be too gruesome. So they settled on hanging it. They supposedly they tried to electrocute it and they shot it and stuff, but
You know, I'm starting to remember a little bit of this.
and they hung it, and you know, that was that. It killed it. Well, they hung it, and it like it first it was still like tied up, or no, it said that it first started to raise it, and like the cable broke or something. And the other thing there's before they decided to hang it, like the last tune they came to, they had Mary like separate from all the other elephants, and like she did something, or like one of the elephants got loose and started to run around, and like the people all it's saying how like the people were all like chanting, "Kill the elephant, kill the elephant, kill the elephant,
Kill the elephant, kill the elephant."
It's just like, man, that would be, for one, that sounds like a fantastic scene. You know, like a movie of like an elephant going crazy and then just a whole crowd of people. Let's kill the elephant.
We plug in elephant right now.
Well, that was, you know, I thought that that's what Ethan was talking about when he first started pitching elephant, right? I was like,
Yeah.
God, he heard about this elephant that they hung too. He wants her to come back from hell, kill. I'm like, this is brilliant. And I was like, look, and I drew a couple of pictures of her. I think I must have been drawing them already, and he never replied. He didn't like my vision of elephants, apparently, or he didn't see it. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't push stuff if someone's not like, he doesn't like go for something. I'm not gonna be like, are you sure though? Why don't you take a second?
Yeah.
Like, it's just not, you know.
I don't know if you saw my first message.
I sent this before, and I never heard a response from you, so I'm sending that to see if you.
I mean, if you saw it, you would have replied, obviously, because it's brilliant. Okay.
So obviously, you must not have seen it because this is exactly the sort of thing you're looking for, and I just wanted to give you the first opportunity. Like this, I mean, like
I I still have my elephant piece.
I like the idea of elephant. I'm curious to see it. You know, I ordered elephant.
This was I drew this a while back. This is when I was trying to figure out how to draw. Like, pretty soon after I got my tablet, but this was my evil elephant page with him. I was working on the background a bit. You know, I got this scared clown running away. I got this guy like, oh gosh. And this guy's getting crushed.
On the heads. I mean, that's immediately, you got an elephant, you want to stomp somebody's head. That is what their foot is made for. I mean, there's no two ways about it. The head, it fits perfectly under an elephant foot. That's just,
you know, looking back on it, I still like this.
That's a good scene. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's, I feel like you could have sold like the head splattering a little more.
Yeah.
But I mean, you see exactly what's going on, and it's not like, I feel like the middle image, I feel like there would have been more coming out, more splits in his skin or something.
I was trying to noodle that through for sure, because I wanted to capture like the, you know, gruesome, like him getting crushed, you know, the eyeball popping out for sure. But anyway,
yeah, it's,
I feel like I got the elephant pretty good.
yeah.
Oh well. What could have been? But that was also during an era where I didn't know about panel gutters. Yeah. It's very basic shit that I wasn't doing.
Right. No, I mean, you could change. You could like fix all that or change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I feel like
just about everything below a certain point in here is like abandoned. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, elephants stomping on heads, it's captivating. You know, like
Yeah.
it's such a terrifying idea. They're so big, and then like I looked it up, and there's more killer elephants. There's definitely like lots more killer elephants.
I
There's
was
one,
thinking about Taika in Hawaii that went on a rampage.
yeah, there's that one. There's one that they recently killed in like India. That after they killed it, they they cut it up and stuff, and it had humans inside that it had eaten. There's human remains inside of it. So
Yeah, but they're
literally a killer elephant eating people. That's good. The big trunk thing is throwing your arm inside there. You know, it's not even gonna be able to really digest it or use it, but it's taking your arm nonetheless.
ripping it out.
Horror is, you know, there's something with horror because I think it's like so much of it is like depends on like the person like imagining it. I think, but I think that's why like it's so much popular is because you know like you've got to participate in it yourself in order to be frightened or to enjoy it or whatever. You know, like in the first Texas Chainsaw, right? Like he gets the girl and he puts her on a meat hook at one point, right? I mean, it's like terrifying, but you never see like that actually happen. You just see the meat hook thing hanging, and you see him like carrying her towards it.
Yeah,
And it does, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't show it like poking through her chest or this, you know, you see him like, you see the front of her, and she, you know, it's acting obviously, but you don't see like gore. It's not bloody and horrid, but it's like all of that is in your mind. Like, oh my god, meat hook, you know, it's like you're creating your own terror because it's just you know, unknown. And that's what I'm saying. It's like your brain is creating that, so it's like it's making it that much more like realistic or frightening or whatever, because your brain knows what is going to scare you or knows what you don't like.
I think the Sugar Skull girl needs to be the one climbing out of the pool. Maybe. I might try different girls out.
Well, what if she's coming out of the water? Is her the skull thing? Is that a tattoo or is it face paint?
Oh, I would have it stay on, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're having like face paint and you're running around, like you probably have to be getting.
You know what? No, I'll do
Sweat proof or moisture proof face paint. Something, you know what I mean? Like you have to be thinking about that if you're gonna be running around, face paint on, doing
martial arts.
Yeah, you don't want to get an extra sweaty, so there's like sweat running into your eyes while you're doing martial arts in public. You know.
Ooh, do it like that. Give her some tears. Right? The black would be coming off a little bit. I'll do that other one. The one that was off on the left. I could do her. And that way I could give her that tattoo, right? Because I got her on the chair. Do this one. Yeah, I think it has to be this one.
seemed like a. He said there was like the announcer girl at the midget wrestling. Was there anyone else doing them? Like
there was the girl and the dude. There was a full-size man doing most of the MC, and then she did a lot of the stuff in the beginning with, like, you know, the donations. Like, you know, I'll be walking around with a bucket and you can get a raffle ticket.
Oh, did they have like a? Must have like a merch. Was there like a lot of people there, or like?
So long, Reverend. I mean, they got up to about 50-60% capacity. If you saw the picture of the room that it was in.
Okay, that's good. I saw the pictures where it was like only like a couple. I'm like, oh shit. It'd be awkward if it was just like 3 people there. Like,
oh right. No, there was like what, 30-ish, 40 people maybe.
Okay. No, I mean that's. I mean, I have no idea like how, like, you know, like I know there's like there's like a, what is it, like pro? It's not pro. Absolute Intense Wrestling. That's the one that's up by Cleveland up here. But like I have like I have no concept of how like any of the wrestling stuff works. You know what I mean? Like I know it's not like they're like paid. I mean, like WWE or whatever they're paid, but like any of these like the small promotions, you know, or like the midget promotions, right? It's not like I can't imagine they're like paying like all the wrestlers like right off the top. Like, okay, you're getting $100, $300 a match every time you show up. Why don't you come in through them doors?
Right. I think a lot of it is like donations and stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, imagine instead of like making comics, you're like, you know what? My dream is to wrestle. I gotta wrestle for free for a long time. Prove that I could do it. Like, no. I think that's how it is. Well, all right. I think I don't think Katie did is going to be at For the Fans Fest. I was watching her the other day, and she was saying that actually sounded like she's going to copy Reverend Self Destruct's idea, which was to, you know, have a stream going during the show, so that people could like jump in and whatever, you know.
Yeah, well, that's a shame, dude. I thought I was gonna meet Katie did.
Finally, put a name with the face. But, which, I mean, like, that is kind of like, if she's, you know what I'm saying, like, she's just like, you know, she's like a mom, and she's got like a husband and kids and stuff. Like,
I get it. I
was kind of like, she's coming there too? Are you sure? Like, with her family? Like,
hey.
What?
It's a family event, baby. I mean,
right.
I'm not bringing my family, but
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not our family, but yours is okay. Yeah.
Someone else's family, sure.
So I mean, I was like, Katie she's coming? I don't know. But I mean, like, I like her. Like, even if I don't agree with whatever she's talking about, or, you know, I don't like her taste in comics or whatever it is, you know.
Here's the thing. Her biggest, like, you know, if I'm going to say anything negative about Katie did, it's that she promoted comics that were not good at times. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, she's just trying to be out here, be positive. you know? And she's admitted fault for that, you know, specifically, I mean, Rich Embry. Because Blood and the Sword was, like, the most generic thing I could have ever imagined. Like, it was just such blandness. I was really upset that I had purchased it, even though it was cheap.
Right.
Well, and I purchased it because I commented on someone's fantasy story, like, dude, if you're going to do a fantasy story, this is before I was working on Revenant Steel. Right. If you're going to do a fantasy story, there needs to be something unique about it. There needs to be something that's different, so that it's not just some generic Dungeons and Dragons thing, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, and he chimes in, he's like, you should check out my Revenant Steel.
Check out Blood and Sword, dude.
And I had commented on some of his posts or whatever in the past because he was doing Comicsgate stuff. He was one of the anti-Rippas, you know.
What if he had led with, check out Blood and Sword, dude. We got a unicorn.
Yeah, right?
Unicorn in the book, dude.
They rescue.
How's that for unique, dude? We got a unicorn.
Dude, you don't see too many unicorns like this. Poorly drawn tales.
You ever seen a unicorn that's gay?
Yeah, you ever seen a gay unicorn, dude? But yeah, he was on her show a lot or whatever. Right. And I'm like, man, we gotta be honest with people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's kind of maybe like I often feel like they kind of like some of them maybe have some sort of issue with me or something, and I feel like that's kind of like where it stems from, is because the same thing. Like I don't to like just blindly like this is the best comic ever. Why? Because I'm promoting it. It's so great. It's like you gotta have like some standards. You can't just
right.
Everything man. Best, you know, it's the best comic.
Did you ever see me like review comics or like talk about campaigns? Nobody tunes into those streams if I do them. Right. But I pull up a campaign and, you know, I kind of neg it a little bit. You know what I mean? If there's things about it that like stand out to me as like awkward. I know the first time I looked at Michael Ferraro's campaign, I'm like, dude, this is like totally Spies artwork. This is, you know, this is cartoonish nonsense, because it was being presented to me as something I should like beat off to, but it's like, come on, man.
Yes.
What are we talking about here? Right. This dude needs to learn some anatomy a little better, you know.
This is not jack off material. I like it, but this is not.
It took me a while to come around to cool
it. Hard fat, but well worth it.
Yeah, it's tough. I was eventually able to get hard, but
much coaxing and chemical additives finally brought the train home. You know. Well, that's the thing. Like, I think if you're, I don't. People look at it as like if you're being negative or critical, that it's like you're against the book, or like you're saying like, yeah, I think you suck. I think that's the problem. Your comic sucks. I think you suck. That's
right. Well, there are some of those people out there.
Right. Well. Well, that's not. You know what I'm saying? That's not generally like how you start
me.
With you know what I mean? Like that's after you've done several and you've started the vendetta and the beef. You know, then it turns into just a personal attack. But like when you start, you want to. You know, present it as if you're objective. You know,
right, because the people are seeing the same thing as me. All right, you're not fooling anybody. Like if I don't point out what I see as being like, okay, well that's a little off-putting, or this doesn't make sense, or whatever. Like, okay, I was looking at the campaign for this post-apocalyptic snow-driven thing, and it just wasn't doing it for me. Right? So I was just being honest about it. Gray Cloud was the only one in the chat that day. I'm like, man, if I'm going to be like a promoter, I need to kind of learn to do that a little bit. I need to kind of learn to be encouraging. And that's where, you know, Katie Did's just being nice. She's just a nice person. I can't hold it against her too much. That, you know, Embry was joining her on the detractor casts. We're friends, right? You can promote my book.
We're best friends, right? Come on, look at my comic. Yeah, and what he's with Rich Embry there. That's a good example of like what I was saying with Johnny Scab and the Comic Skate Commandos, right? When Johnny Scab had said he was quitting them, and he started the Commandos, did 8-10 episodes or whatever, and was like, oh, what Comic Skate anymore, because he was mad that someone was mad about something else, and like it was just nonsense. I was like, you know what, I don't want to. It ruins like whatever you're kind of like promoting before that. It's like,
yeah.
Like with Richard Embry, okay, yeah, I've been on all these shows. My comic is great. Yeah, but Comic Skate sucks. So all those people that I just was selling my comic to, you all suck. Like, you know what I mean? It was just like that's not cool. Like, and then that's
no gratefulness whatsoever, because it's like, bro, that comic wouldn't have done anything. Like, I would have never given you a second chance if I didn't hear about people promoting you.
Yep. I remember, and not to pick on Richard Embry, even though he's whatever. I remember being on streams with him, and like, I think it was the Commandos. It might have been another stream I was on with him. Anytime he would start talking, I would literally like start falling asleep.
Yeah.
My comic is about a unicorn. It's in the fantasy. There's swords, there's blood, and like, I couldn't.
There's barely any blood in your comic book, dude.
None.
There's like none.
It just.
Where's the blood?
The talk, like him talk, it was such a monotone and such a just. There was no excitement, and it was just so boring. Whatever he was describing, I couldn't follow because it was just such a.
And he made a boring comic. And that's the biggest sin to me that he ever did, was making a boring ass comic book and selling it to me. And I told Hojo, because he did the he responded to me somewhere and said, dude, you should check out the Mythicals. It's really, my book. I'm like, hey, dude, if it's not good, I'm going to tell you. If it's not good, you're going to be my enemy forever. It's like, you'll see.
What kind of, you want like an action comic? Action and like...
it just has to be well thought out, somewhat unique,
Okay. Because that's like, I think with Van Piglet, you know what I mean? Like I've looked at like the first issue, the second issue, and I'm like, I don't look at it like I'm trying to make it for someone, you know what I mean? Like it's not like I've got like an audience in mind besides someone who would be attracted to something called a goth true crime comic, or someone who's going to be attracted to a vampire pig lady, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, besides that, like I don't think of it like I've got to make this, do this or do that, or there has to be this in the comic. I just thought like, I need to tell my story. I need to put it in there, and just whether people like it or not, it's there, it's done.
Yeah.
Right? But I feel like with the third issue, I feel like there's more like expectation. Like, okay, well, like definitely we get there's weird stories and horrific events and cool drawings and stuff. But what does it all mean? What is all this for? You know what I mean? I feel like I need to kind of like bring it together. Like it's the third issue. It's being colored.
Not going.
Yeah, I need to really like up it. Like up the gas, up the energy, or like
kick it up a notch.
Exactly. Not just. Because like a lot of it is autobio too, right? Like I put obviously my weird Satan murder story, right? Obviously, but like there's bits of like me trying to just whine about being a cartoonist. You know, like, oh, drawing is so hard. I come up with a story. I don't know. How do I do it? You know. And, you know, I feel like I gotta like kind of, well, for one, I think try and explain like that, like I didn't know they were doing another show, or that Jessica Biel was doing another show. I think mentioning Jessica Biel, I have to, maybe if I just put a picture of Jessica Biel in here and talk about it.
Maybe do a cartoon version of Jessica Biel.
Yeah. We should like a headline like her and Justin getting into having marriage problems after creating the show. Like, it's because she understood the plight of my story and was moved to tears herself.
Yeah.
Is that interfering the relationship with Justin? I stuck in Jessica's mind. What happened to poor Ben? What happened to him?
Right. And meanwhile, Justin's like, hey, I got a boner over here.
Come on, I'm fucking bringing sexy back. Where you at? And she's like, it's so sad. Like, no, it's sad you're not on this dick. I mean, like, I don't want to be the reason that, Justin Timberlake. I mean, would you want Justin Timberlake to be mad at you because you stole his girl somehow?
Yes.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, yeah. No, I think that would be.
That'd be great, actually.
When I think about it, like, just because it's Justin Timberlake, I think of like normally, like I wouldn't want to like see people have a happy family, a happy life. You're not like, man, fuck those people. Look at them, they're happy. Fuck them.
I'm gonna fuck his wife.
I hope that she cheats on him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not I don't wish that on anyone, but like maybe for Justin Timberlake we could make an exception.
I will make an exception for Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think that it's just
She won't do for me what the old Jewish guy did when I started my career.
Like, have you ever read any of the American Splendors, Harvey Pekar?
No.
Okay. Have you ever? There's a movie about him as well called American Splendor. Like he was in Cleveland. He was a VA file clerk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his comics are about his life as a VA file clerk. Like that's it. Like, and he'd also write reviews of like jazz records, or something that talks about jazz records, I guess. And like he would talk about his daily events working at the VA, sitting there eating tangerines and organizing papers, getting papers out of files, and like just the most mundane stuff. And those are his comics. And like Robert Crumb like illustrated them, and like all the like the indie comics guys of like the 80s and 90s all illustrated different stories for him. Joe Sacco, right, the Palestine comic guy, he illustrated a bunch of them. I think there's one that Alan Moore illustrated even, right?
Oh, wow.
Like Alan Moore was a huge fan of Harvey Pekar, and it's his stories are just like I said, they're just like boring. Like just him sitting around in an office, like talking to somebody else at the office, like they're like exercises in like absurdity or something, but they're held up as like these these are the best comics around. These are the best autobio. He changed the game. That's what I mean. Like my weird autobio stuff is about like horrible events. Like, it's not just eating tangerines.
Mm-hmm.
I should do finding your roommate has died. That's always fun. Why hasn't he answered the phone? Because he
Dude,
died.
what the hell? My dog has this habit of just like barking out of nowhere when he's like, Dad, you want to play? You want to come over here?
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? We've been sitting down for 3 hours now, Dad.
I feel like the cat that I've got, he has that sort of like dog personality of like coming and like doing stuff like that. Like if he could bark, he would.
Mm-hmm.
He's always coming over and like meowing. Meow, meow. And he tries like different meows. Like a little kitten sound, or like he'll do one where he sounds sick, or like he's just trying to see what works.
Yeah.
What gets him to give me the kitty treat? No.
I should draw someone carrying a pool toy, maybe, in the background over here.
I put her ear too far forward on her head. Oh, you know what I could do? I could just paint in there. Oh. That's what I'm doing. Okay. You're not going to the Warlock Award banquet. You don't want to. It's $200.
Yeah, I was thinking, is it going to be worth it? And Matt Rumor asked me about it when I was on stream with him a little while ago, and he made it sound like you were thinking about going.
Initially I was, but then I was thinking about it, and I'm like, it's $200, and not that I'm just like a cheapskate, but it's like, I could also just take that and like buy like an electric sign.
Right.
I keep seeing these ads for those hologram floating sign things or whatever.
That could be cool.
I could buy those and have that instead of a banquet buffet. Like I'm sure it'd be a good steak, but no. And like I said too, like I've never listed on any of the Warlock stuff. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he never has me listed for any of this stuff.
Yeah, you're not winning an award.
Winning an award, I can't, like if I was on the list and like, well, I'm obviously one of the popular guy, Ethan's gonna win, John or Shane,
right.
or
Because I mean, everyone knows what Warlock is,
right? So
it's not like they're looking around for indie people outside of Comicsgate. You're gonna see the same people every freaking however often they do those things. How often do they do the Warlock?
I think it's like once a month. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. Well, that's how like the Wizard magazine originally was too. It was just, it was like
just a Joe Matter era fan club.
Right. It was the people that they had a whole bunch of comics and comic shops, and like, oh, these are the comics that are hot. Everybody's trying to get them. How do you know? Because those are the ones that we want to sell.
Yeah.
Well, and so it's. It's like you got to do everything is you got to build it yourself. You got to claw your way to finding fans, and that's why with Gray, Gray right here,
Gray Cloud.
yes, like I appreciate him. It's always see him, always like positive. And it's not just, you know what I'm saying? It's not just me too. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like always like happy for other people and promoting, doing stuff. You know what I mean? It's like people like that are like, you know what I mean? Like they're like a godsend. You know what I'm saying? Someone who's
Well,
just
he's not a guy who's making a comic book either. He's a guy who has a different sort of uplifting message of sobriety, of getting your act together. And that resonates with a lot of people.
He likes comics.
He also happens to like comics, which is great for me.
And he's not, and this is the thing too, is he's not like, because you get some people that are like, hey, I'm promoting your comic. Now, why don't you give me a tip?
Oh, right.
I've got a coffee thing right here. See, I promoted you, so why don't you, I got a coffee thing. Hey.
Dude, and I'd be happy to give him a coffee thing at some point, but I mean, not right now. I'm fucking poor as hell.
But, well, I mean, you know what I'm saying, though? It's like people will do stuff, and that's their ulterior motives, just immediately like, and also now you need to give me money because I'm trying to make you feel indebted for this. It's like, what? Like,
yeah,
people that are honest and just like promoting and just sharing what they enjoy. It's, you know, people like we were saying earlier, people can tell the difference between all this. You know, people can tell someone who's like really honestly, you know, excited about something and like really just wants to share what they're excited about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's just so, you know, you find people like that, you get a couple or that like your stuff. Oh yeah, that's what it is. So what am I doing on here? Oh, she's got her. Other thing, like I've seen, and it wasn't, you know, it's just something like from a podcast I used to watch was Art Baltazar, right? He used to do Tiny Titans. He did a bunch of different like self-published stuff he had done. He's like, you know, people will come to, you'll see him at like comic conventions or shows or whatever. And, you know, you see all these people, they'll have like a big, huge idea or a great booth, or, you know, they draw really good or whatever it is. And it's like, it's cool, but like, it's people that keep coming, people that keep coming back and keep showing up that are, you know, will matter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's the same thing, like, I think any job you had, you know, like, it's cool people that show up and work for a little bit, but like, they don't keep showing up. You know, you're not really like, man, that one guy. Remember when we had Rob? He worked for a week. He was a fucking badass.
Yeah, dude.
Like, nobody cares. He's not here. He didn't stick around.
He gone. He couldn't hang.
Couldn't handle the heat. Sorry. Oh, I'll send you the what is it? There's two other. trying to think. I got accepted for Space 2, which is down in Columbus, and it's November 14th, something like that. It's middle of November, right? I think it's $55 for a table, I think. Or, I mean, you know, like if you want to get your own table, or, you know, you're obviously welcome to come and like come over at my table if you want.
Yeah, no, absolutely, dude. When is this?
It's the middle of November. I'll send you their site and everything. Cause it's the guy who's done. It's called like Space Small Press Alternative Comics Expo. It's been like a Columbus. It's been in Columbus for like 30 years or something. It's usually in the spring, but I think he's doing this year. He did the one in the spring, and then he's also doing a second one in the fall.
Yeah. And
then there's Erie Comic Con is the other one I got a table for. That's September. I think it's September 15th, 16th, and 17th. Which, I mean, obviously it's in Erie, so it's not, you know, it's farther away than Columbus. But if, you know, if you're like, I want to come up to Erie and check it out, by all means, you know.
Yeah, man.
And then I applied to Genghis Khan, which is it's the Sunday after Thanksgiving, right? And it's all the indie comics people up in Cleveland, and a bunch of the people from Columbus and Michigan and stuff. They're all, I would say, probably leftists or liberals or that ilk, but you know, I've mixed in that crowd before, so you know.
Yeah.
As long as you don't go in with like a MAGA hat on, or you know, loudly talk about how great Donald Trump is, you know, you'll be all right.
Yeah, I can't do my Chud the Builder routine.
You can, but like, there will be a backlash.
Yeah, you have to leave. No, this is a safe space.
It's free speech.
Well, the other thing, if you have like any kind of criticism of Trump, I think that's the thing to like play into with these people, is to be like, yeah, man, like, I
fucking
voted,
Cheeto.
He tricked us. We believed him. We believed he was gonna save the economy and stop all the bad things. You guys were right. Just, you know, give him a couple little trigger words, and they'll be like, what? We're right, and then, you know, like, they'll just. Well, I don't know. I don't know if they'll start accepting you and be like, offer you more stuff, or if then they'll take that as like encouragement to then like, oh, so you realize you're a racist.
Yeah, you ready to recite the pledge?
Now we have a session for you. Come over here and tell us further about how wrong you are as a white man.
When did you renounce whiteness?
When did you first realize that whiteness was the curse of the planet, the source of all its problems?
If you didn't rape the rest of the world, all black people would be rich right now.
Like, why isn't there like a good? You remember like when Colbert was out, first did the Colbert Report?
Oh yeah,
it was good stuff. You know, like he was.
I enjoyed it.
A lot of conservative people didn't know that it was satire. It was parodying them. Like they just were like, yeah, he understands, he gets it. I'm like,
right. But he's just doing a Bill O'Reilly impression.
He's making fun of you guys. Like, do you not? Okay, no.
And that was back, man. I was such a freaking liberal kid. I was watching Daily Show and Colbert every day, and just thinking,
Man.
who am I to judge somebody just because they think they were born in the wrong body? I don't know what that feels like. I should just accept what they're telling me.
Sounds like a rational thing that could happen to someone, I guess. Didn't
See little microaggressions everywhere.
I mean, why shouldn't we tell people that they're born in the wrong body? That seems you were in the
Who am
wrong
I to
body.
tell them they're wrong?
We can fix you. If only you let us mutilate your body, deform its capabilities, permanently alter your capabilities. Then you'll be that's what you need.
To be happy. It's the only way you can be happy.
Yeah, it's just it's confusing. How did all this happen? Like, you know what I mean? Like like not knowing with like what medicines are gonna do. Well, yeah, we're gonna find out. Just take it, and then we'll find out what happened.
Yeah. I gotta
Like
turn
that?
this music to something different, man. This future pop ain't doing it anymore.
To me, that sounds like medical experimentation, And like, I always thought that was supposed to be bad, but find out actually, you know what? Dr. Frankenstein, he was trying to help us.
He was.
Misunderstood. Check this.
I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap the stream up. I'm going to be about 3 hours, 15 minutes. I got pork in the oven.
Yeah.
But I might come right back on, though. Who knows? Here in like an hour.
I don't know if I want to draw along with them. Nah, would it matter? What if like
Do what now?
What if I draw along with Ethan and all them on my own stream, and then they make fun of my Avengers Doomsday picture
Yeah, what if they make fun of us?
and say your picture of Doctor Doom looks like you traced it.
Yeah, I might as well just not do it then, I guess, huh?
Just sit here and not do anything, cry, drink myself into a stupor, and finish off a couple more vapor pens. These are old pen.
Do you run through those?
It comes and goes. You know,
I
like
just
some,
bought this one. I don't know if I even feel it, honestly.
yeah, I notice I don't feel like super high, but I'll feel just kind of like productive. What I've noticed, like, which that's the main thing I find. Like I'll either get like too distracted or like I'll get yeah, distracted. That's probably the thing. It's like there's constantly like there's weird sensations from my feet constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Or like like you get too like psychically thinking about things. You know, you see something and start going off thinking about something. I find like weed like helps me just stay like if I can get focused on something, it like helps me stay focused on it.
Totally.
Where I can be like, oh my god, it feels like someone just stuck a nail through my toe. It's all right. Let's keep going.
Yeah, dude. Just keep going.
I was using my back of my foot as a pin cushion. It's all right. They're not. Like I always think about bugs. Like bugs are crawling. No, they're not. It's more psychosis.
Yeah.
It helps to ignore the psychosis.
Slowly going more and more crazy.
Without it, think what I would be. Just rambling mess.
Well, thanks for swinging by, man. I feel like I've gotten a good amount of work done on this since I started it.
Yeah, it's been a good day.
Yeah.
All right,